Hello, everybody. Thank you for joining us. I'm Wayne Bennett.
It's an introduction we've heard for the past 20 years on WTVM.
And there is more good news for Uptown Columbus in tonight's Growth Watch report.
And at 62 years old, Wayne Bennett is now signing off.
Wayno's goodbye tour.
Yeah, I was going to say you got to see him before. He deserves it. I mean, he's worked since he was serving in Vietnam as a 19 and 20-year-old.
Wayne started his broadcast career as a radio and newspaper journalist for the U.S. Army. Then in his late 20s, Wayne took his first TV job as an anchor, reporter, and producer in Orlando, Florida. Check out his outfit in this special report on flight.
But a sailplane can also do much, much more. Powerless flight has come a long way over the years. It's no longer called gliding, it's called soaring.
And after 14 years in Orlando, Wayne arrived in the Chattahoochee Valley. What did you think of Wayne when he first came?
Thought he was good. I mean, he came in, he was slick.
We're in some exciting times down the road.
He began on weekends, eventually moving up to main anchor alongside Dee Armstrong.
All right, Amy Davis, live from the post office. Thanks for making us all feel guilty. We appreciate that.
Oh, I'm so glad she survived.
Yeah, I'm glad she survived, too.
Between the two of us, we have made a visual history of this town for 20 years.
We're about ready to go.
Yeah.
I'll miss his input in the newsroom. He's kind of like Papa Bear here.
He's had a successful career. He's had he's an award-winning journalist, and he's been true to his craft all the way through.
You know, Wayne was always kidding around and making people laugh. Underneath all of that, Wayne is really a serious journalist.
When you're an Army engineer and you're stuck miles from civilization,
Every day he'd bring his dinner to work. Every day he'd get their, punch in, so to speak.
Doing everything from an investigation on the Chattahoochee River
it's the Department of Natural Resources' job to keep tabs of the fish in the river.
to reporting on relief efforts in Somalia.
Although, as you can see, things are improving here in Somalia, the situation is a long way from over.
How you doing, man? Good to see you.
Sam Hall worked at a competing Columbus station, but teamed with Wayne on 2 trips to Saudi Arabia just before the first Gulf War.
That led to Wayne and I sharing some of the best experiences we had, either one of us had in broadcast journalism. We do it in interviews with this current.
And 20 years later, Sam still laughs about Wayne smoking in Saudi Arabia right under a huge no smoking sign.
Puffing away and enjoying himself, right where he shouldn't have been.
We've got spirit. How about you? You were going to do that with me.
Well, I lied.
Barbara Gauthier has co-anchored with Wayne for the last 6 months. She calls him the jokester of the newsroom.
They don't know how funny Wayne is during the commercial breaks in the newsroom. I mean, and because his persona on television, he's very serious.
Wayne really is the same old Wayno off camera as he is on the anchor desk.
Except he puts on makeup before the newscast.
This is definitely one part of the job I won't miss.
It's been fun. I mean, I've been sitting next to him. We give each other grief all the time during the breaks.
And yes, there have been a few bloopers along the way.
That does have a pit in it. Here, thank you.
It does. Now you tell me.
When his wife cut off his penis with a knife. And thanks for watching First News.
You got me tickled. Susan Chamkelny took the woman's crown. I can't pronounce those names.
Co-workers have plenty of stories, like Power going out in the studio.
And we were all sitting around on the set trying to figure out, what do we do now?
Things went wrong technically. And, I'm nervous and I'm scared. And I'm like, what's going on? He was like, just go with the flow. Happens all the time,
Dee drops a cup of hot coffee into my lap. So I'm reading along and you hear this.
Just the other day, I said that he was 13 billion years old on the air. And he just looked at me with that real serious look like, that's not funny.
He's been on 20 years, so he's built up a following.
It's like a legend leaving. So hopefully we'll find somebody that will replace him.
He's very good with the news. I watch him every day.
He's not your typical anchor. He doesn't really take himself too seriously.
You're always the first one out here, right?
Yeah, I don't know why.
A 40-year career full of good times on and off the clock. He's been keeping a retirement countdown on his computer, and now he's there.
He's probably going to miss the Chattahoochee Valley just as much as we're going to miss him.
I wish him all the luck in the world.
Students are taking advantage of the sunny weather to get outdoors.
I know he and Betty are going to have a good time.
Thanks for the memories. They've been good. I miss you.
And we hope you've enjoyed watching the program half as much as we've enjoyed doing it.
And another one?
Kind of like a
bites the dust.